Everybody has a smile after because they feel more confident, they've lost the inches, they've toned up. This is what we're working towards.
Oh, I'm going to have to stop for a moment.
So we're going to move on to another one now.
That's so good, though, because I can feel the back boobs are all toning up as well.
Which is
you know, when you start to get those new, you sort of feel them when you sit down, you can feel them coming down and
it's
wrapping
in your
around
top,
your
and
body.
you kind of check your outfit, and then you look at the back and you think, oh, if only that bit wasn't there. Well, we can work on that now by using the Pilates chair. So we're going to go onto the floor.
Okay.
And this is great. So if you've got maybe you've got a young son at home who's really into the gym and all about getting the muscles and the big, strong arms, of course, you know, that's what he wants to do, but he can do it via the Pilates chair as well. For us, we can then just strengthen our chest. This is about opening our chest, making sure we can breathe, strengthening our chest and our arms at the same time. The benefits of that, we can carry more shopping for a start, but also it means that when we wear our tops, wear our outfits, our dresses, our whole neck and area here is going to look really lovely and toned. So again, we're going to pop our hand onto the pedal. So we're keeping the pedal as one still.
Am I all right doing it this way round?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we're going to go into press-up position. Press-ups are really hard.
I can't do a single one.
They're really, really
Famously,
hard.
I can't do one.
Honestly, so don't beat yourself up about it. But this is a way that we can build up our strength to get you to that place. So now we're going to just pulse this one arm. So we're going to make sure that our back is flat, that the rest of our body is nice and still, that we've got that kind of support that's running through because we've got our tummy pulled in again.
Gosh, that's good.
And you can feel it. As you're pulsing through on that one arm, make sure you're counting your reps of how many you do, whether this is going to be 10 or 20, whatever you want to challenge yourself with. If you're more advanced, you might want to do 30 or 40 reps on one side. And this is pushing down. But make sure that when you push down, you're not letting the rest of your body move. We want to keep very strong in our positioning so that we're really isolating those muscles, those biceps, across our chest as well.
Go around the other way.
Our pecs.
There we go.
And once you've done that, then you can obviously move around the chair, and we're going to do the other side to make sure that we've matched it up. So straight away you can see that we're already getting that full body workout. By keeping your body nice and straight like this and keeping your back flat, you're really working on your core as well. So think, even though it looks like we're only doing our arms, we're actually working on our tummy because we're trying to keep our balance. And that's most important.
Wow.
So you can really feel that, can't you? I mean, I'm definitely...
I really can feel that. I am. I'm getting warm. I'm getting a little bit breathless. And when you do start to get breathless as well, when you start to intake more oxygen, we know that that encourages us to sleep better. You know, if you've been out for a really long walk and you've taken more deep breaths, you do sleep better. So, I mean, potentially, who knows, this could have so many other wonderful benefits to you. Not just toning, not just looking good in a bikini, but also your mental health, feeling better about yourself, feeling good in yourself, burning calories at the same time, and possibly even sleeping better than you did before. And all this can be done in your own home. We can deliver this to you, and when we deliver it to you, you've then got 60 days to try it out. Do take a look at some of those reviews online. We have got great reviews, 4.4 out of 5 stars overall. Now, after this hour, I've got an hour of glamour with Julian McDonald's home. Well, I love hours like these. Not only do I come to work and get a free workout, but I have to say I am a huge advocate for exercising at home, especially because so many of us maybe did go to the gym, or like me, I went to the gym with my gym membership sometimes, but I definitely did not get my money's worth, because then other times I would decide I can't be bothered and I just didn't do it. But I still paid £80 a month membership. Now, you might have a gym where it's far less expensive than that, but even so, once you've actually had a year membership, I mean, that money, you don't get that back. You don't get to keep a piece of equipment. With us, with 3 easy payments, you get to keep this, and it's not a charge per person. It's something that you've got with you. It's nice and quiet in the home. It also focuses on Pilates, which is a time-honoured method, which is so good. And it was originally all about rehabilitation, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So it was designed by Joseph Pilates, and it was for anybody that had injury to get themselves mobile again, to save on impact, because obviously when you've got an injury you don't want to have anything that's going to be high impact, because it's about easing your body, getting that strength, getting the confidence back, whether it's in your joint or your muscle, wherever you've injured. So he found this technique that really strengthened your body but without having a lot of pressure with it.
And
so
I think
it's
that
so beneficial.
You know, when we had the royal wedding,
yes.
and there was a certain lady's bottom that everybody was saying, it looks amazing, how can I get a bum like that? And then everyone started talking about Pilates. We're talking about Pilates right now. No, it wasn't the Queen, actually. I've just heard in my ear. Thanks for that amusing comment, though. But Pilates is that thing that so many people are now seeing the benefits of, hearing the benefits of. It's not about getting big and massive and really pumped up. It's about being lean, being stronger as you get older as well, holding on to your core, holding on so that if you get your core right, then that helps to support all the other things. Now, in the actual box, you're going to get the Pro Chair itself, but then you also get the chart with the 10 makeover moves, and you get the 4 DVDs. What can we expect to see on the DVDs?
So you've got guided routines. So don't think that you're going to get this home and think, oh, I've forgotten everything that I watched and I can't remember, was it supposed to be like this? Was I supposed to use this arm? Don't worry, we're going to take you through everything. And there's lots of different variations that you can see. It's going to give you examples. It's going to give you routines. It's going to give you guidance. And then what it will do is support you when you then want to move on and advance all those moves. Once you're starting to feel stronger, which you will do, once you've started to build that confidence, then you want to increase the moves and make them more advanced. So we're going to go through that now.
And it feels so good. It actually really feels good. That's the thing that I always find with my Pilates. And I'm a big fan of Pilates. I've got the Pilates, you know, the reformer at home, but it's up in my living room and I can't put it away because it is just there. It's there all the time. I mean, I suppose I could put it away each time, but it's just easier for me to leave it out. But it has taken the place of my dining table. I had to make a choice, dining table or Pilates machine. So now the dining table's been consigned to the little snug room at the back of the house. And I've got that up. It takes up loads of space. This doesn't.
No, and because it folds flat as well, it means that it will slide down the back of a sofa or in the cupboard or under the stairs, wherever you've got the space, it really won't take up much room. So I've got down here because I'm going to show you, obviously, we're doing all these movements, but what's giving us the resistance? It's the springs. And you can find these just underneath. So we've got 2 different settings, one that you can do, especially if you're starting as a beginner or you're trying to get used to it and build your confidence, and then we can make it a bit more advanced. So to do that, just need to lift the pedals, and you can see that the spring just slides along on that track and hooks up. So the closer the springs are to the pedal, the more resistance you're going to have. And this is great because we're going to be moving on now to a different kind of leg exercise. So this is all going to be about your hamstrings, but at the same time full body, because we're going to be working on our arms and our core at the same time.
And the core is always thought about in Pilates, and that's the thing, you're always igniting more than one set of muscles. That's the whole point of Pilates.
It's supposed to be a full body workout. Your body always works together in itself. You think when you go swimming, you use every muscle in your body at the same time. It's like Pilates. It's low impact. So we're now going to use our pedals as a step. So we're going to step down onto it. So go onto the balls of your feet for this. So the reason why we're barefoot again is because then we've got good grip. We're going to hold onto our handles and then just gently let your hips hinge up. And you can feel that the springs are taking you with it. So you're going to get...
Oh, that's hard on your tummy,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
So you'll be able to get a different height and resistance as you go along. And as you get more advanced, you'll be able to get that pedal up even higher. So...
I need to work harder.
We're pumping. So the best thing about this is not to put the pedal back on the floor. So
I hope we're not pumping in a minute. This is exercising all my stomach muscles.
So when you're doing this, you can feel it not only in your legs, but now we're holding onto the handles. We're having to keep our upper body strong and straight as well. So we're working on our arms, but also our tummy too. You can really feel that as we're pumping through. So this is a bit more of an advanced move.
It is. I can vouch for that.
That's it. So as you go
I feel like I'm doing good though.
Yeah, you are doing very good. When you started, it was only coming a couple of inches. Now you've got more confidence with it.
When I got on it, I expected it to just bring me up.
No,
and I thought, oh, nothing's
unfortunately, we do have
happening.
to put some work in as well. But you'll find, I mean, I'm starting to get hot right now.
Hey, look,
and I can
I'm
feel
getting there.
that workout coming through. So even, I mean, I'm losing my breath with it a little bit because obviously it's a cardio workout, so we want to have that too. And just when you come off it, just take one foot off at a time and be careful as you release. Staying in this position, we're going to then release our pedal and make it a split pedal again. Okay. Like so. And now we're going to make it a little bit easier.
Thank you.
We're going to go down.
I love you.
We're just going to do one foot on one side of the pedal.
Okay.
Going to put the other foot up on the chair.
Okay.
That's it. Hold on to the chair, hold on to the handles, wherever you feel comfortable. Because you've got all that padding, you're going to have good grip. And we're just going to pump one leg.
It's practice.
It is practice, but you will get there. It's going higher each time. Use your knee, bend the knee.
Wow, I can feel it all in the back of my leg there.
So you think it's going to be that you're going to feel it all through the working leg, but actually you're going to feel a lot of work through your supporting leg too. So
Wow.
You're going to feel it down your hamstring, on your quads. You're going to feel it through your bottom as well, because we're really tensing up the bottom there.
Wow, this is amazing.
So you can really feel it working, can't you? Again,
Yes.
we're holding in our core. So when we come off, just make sure you hold down and release like so. We're going to be working through our core on all of those movements because we're keeping balance. I know, both of us are really...
Oh, sorry, yes, it's really surprised me. It's my first time on this.
It's fantastic.
And I think that, well, it's either a compliment or it's an observation that I'm still quite young and fit. I've just been told you're fit.
You are, because...
So even if you're fit, this is going to challenge you.
Absolutely, and because we've got the resistant changes on the springs, it then means that you can then cater the exercise to yourself. So it might be that you're buying it for yourself and you've got a good level of fitness, but your husband has been moaning about how he has put on a bit of weight during the last few months and has been struggling, and he wants to start on the lower resistance. That's fine, the whole family can use this. So we're just going to go, because we've done a little bit there of cardio, we'll just go back to doing nice pulses with our feet.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you have just kind of tuned in and you're wondering why we're doing it with bare feet, it's really important to keep that grip. And also it then gives you a lot of freedom to move through the feet, because Pilates is all about changing your weight disposition there. So we've got it on the arches of our feet, and then we can move through and do the heels of our feet, which we haven't done yet. So this is all about balance, actually, because if you feel, it's actually quite challenging to keep your heels on the pedals without them slipping, because we're used to our toes helping us grip.
And again, I'm feeling all these muscles up here. Even if you put your hand on your sides, you can feel those muscles working. I'm thinking, if I do this, maybe, 3 times a week, I'm going to see a difference for sure.
Definitely, and all I would say is kind of do a 10, 15-minute exercise routine. Build it up if you want to, but that's all you really need to be doing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
10 to 15 minutes?
Because you're constantly moving, your body and your muscles are constantly contracted, they're getting a really good workout, they're strengthening, and as the time goes on, you'll be able to add on a couple of minutes, change it, do variations. Maybe it's on a Monday, outside to do our normal daily lives, whether it's taking the kids to school, whether it's doing the food shop, whatever it may be. Being comfortable in your own clothes, you're going to walk differently.
I think
you walk with a smile, you walk with a straighter back. It's a really, really great feeling.
And another thing that I was thinking of is that when you're thinking about going to a gym, you've got to think about getting there. If you've got children, they've got to be looked after, possibly even paying for the parking, maybe paying for childminders, maybe getting all the right gear. I mean, I'm wearing just what I would wear normally. This is just a nice, comfortable outfit that you can wear. And also the other thing is that this in your home doesn't take any extra time out of your routine. If you're one of those people who says, I haven't got time for exercise, I would love to, but I haven't got time. I always say this in these shows. I do mention the fact that my favourite soap, not on at the moment, but coming back soon, is EastEnders.
Yeah.
And it's usually on 4 times a week. That's 2 hours that I have sitting on my backside and not doing anything at all except for watching. Now imagine if I spent that time using this. I mean, that would be incredible. So we all have things that we do all the time and we think, no, I don't have time, but we give our time up to other things that don't actually give us anything back except for maybe a bit of entertainment.
It's so true, and you know, our days are busy enough as it is, and it's really important to take 20 minutes, half an hour out for yourself. Now, if you enjoy sitting watching EastEnders, why not do something on top of that for yourself? So you're doing something that you're enjoying, but also making yourself stronger, making yourself feel better. And you won't even realise that you're exercising because you'll be so engrossed in whatever's going on the soaps. And before you know it, your exercise is done, and you've multitasked, as women are very good at doing.
This really makes you concentrate, doesn't it?
It really does.
Because I thought, I'm going to get up and give that a go, and I'm just going to carry on talking. But actually, you start to concentrate on pulling in your tummy. You're concentrating to stabilise. So as you're stabilising, then you're actually really using a lot of different muscles. And my posture, it feels better. I'm having to keep up to stabilise myself, to balance myself, but I don't feel at all precarious on this. I feel supported because the spring is still there. So even if I start to wobble, I've got the spring and it just bounces me back up again. So really, really comfortable. And you can see how sturdy that chair is. It's not going all over the place. It's just nice and easy. Charlotte's got hers on a mat, so if you are unsure and you want to put it on a mat, you can do, but we haven't got it on a mat. And it's a really secure, really solid bit of kit.
Well, you've got gym steel grade here, so this is the kind of materials that they use within a gym that you would go, like you said, and do all your workouts, and you would trust the equipment there. We've just bringing this into your own home. So with you and I doing this exercise at the moment, we've kept our pedal as one, so we've kept it as a uni pedal. Charlotte's got it split, so actually that shows a variation of how to do the same exercise, but to change it to advanced or to a beginner's. We can see the running one there, my gosh.
That's
we'll give that a go,
good,
shall we?
Isn't it? Oh, okay.
You can do
We'll
it.
do that in just a few moments' time. But you do feel better for it once you've done it. So we've done a really nice warm-up. So we can actually progress onto a little bit more cardio. So we're doing stretching, we're doing toning, we're doing cardio at the same time, all those different things, all in the comfort of your own home. And it's nice and peaceful, it's relaxing. It's something that you can do with your 3 easy payments without having to pay the full cost all in one go as well. You can just spend, I think it was 64. Was I right? Yes, 66.64. That's your first easy payment, plus your P&P comes off with that payment. Think of that as a refundable deposit. If you don't like it, you get it back. But you just give it to us for now while you try this out. We will deliver it to your door. And then if you decide it's not right for you within 60 days, we'll come over to your house and pick it up for you. Not the two of us personally, but you know, we will come and get it from you. So really, what have you got to lose? Okay, so there is a P&P charge, but to be able to try a piece of equipment like this for 2 months in your own home, I would say it's worth that P&P just to get this home and try it for yourself and understand. There's so many videos online as well to learn more about Pilates too. Definitely. Right, what should we do next then?
So should we try the running as we just saw that?
Oh, yes, okay.
So we want to split our pedal with this. Is pop that in. It does tell you how to use it on the edge there, so don't worry if you forget. And now we split the pedals. So we want to keep it on the highest resistance because we're going to be up in the air again, so we want to have that security. So we've all got that. Yeah, Charlotte, you have as well. Okay, so again, make sure that you're holding onto the chair so you feel nice and stable. We're going to go onto the balls of our feet. And now we're just going to run, okay? So just give it a go. So you want to keep your weight up by using your arms, lifting your body, and that's it. You're doing it,
We don't quite yet have lift-off in my case, but I'm taking a run up the runway.
Look, even if it's only that you can do 4 or 5 at a time, it might be the case that you start with 4 or 5, and then the next time you do it, you can do 5 and 6. It's about building it up slowly. Know that this is your own exercise.
Oh, goodness.
You feel stable though because you're holding on to
to start though, you could be a beginner like me and just start like this.
Absolutely,
because
build up the strength of the muscles.
Something is better than nothing, and this is really working at the same time. And then I'll try and take off again.
And actually, when you're pushing your foot down, really make sure that you're holding your tummy because you can feel your abdominals working.
I'm so sorry, I'm laughing because I can hear them all laughing at me in the gallery.
You're doing it though. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's all you can do to start with. There you go. That was 6. You're building
my
up
arms
instantly.
as well, and my shoulders. It's great for your whole body.
So think about if you are starting, it might be the case that you just want to challenge yourself to do a couple. But if you're thinking, well, my husband's actually really advanced, he's very fit, he's very active, know that he can also use this too. Charlotte, how are you doing over there?
Oh my gosh, look at you!
It's definitely the toughest one.
It is hard,
isn't it?
It is harder, isn't it? But also the benefits you're going to get from something like this.
But you can advance with it, which is good.
Oh, there you go. Look how many you just did.
Oh, I'm doing it!
See? And that took you, what, a minute to get used
Oh!
to. Get in there. I mean,
oh my goodness!
I definitely look like a tomato right now, but for me, I know that means that's working because
I think
getting
I look
that cardio
like a tomato.
exercise, oxygen is going round.
I think people have seen enough of that side of me for the day. Oh my goodness. That though, I was amazed. I could feel it in my arms here. I could feel it around here. I felt it also in my stomach. And I was not expecting the abs to be engaged all the time on this. But that's what the basis of Pilates is all about. I hope at the very least I'm giving you as much of a giggle as I have been to my colleagues. But we're coming back in just a moment. I'm going to check my iPad in case you've got any questions. You can always get them coming in. Well, it's lovely to have you with us as we're enjoying our whole hour dedicated to the Pilates Pro Chair. Thank you very much to Linda White, who has tweeted in, and she said, "Snap, Catherine, I have cancelled my gym membership too, and I'm using my Pilates machine, which means I'm getting more results than I ever had from the gym. Happy days." Well, that's what's so great, is that you can use this in your own home. I've cancelled my gym membership. It was £80 a month. That is a lot of money that I never see again. You know, it goes whether I stay at home and sit on my bum eating chips, or if I go and I actually do get the workout. Whereas with this, once you've bought it, that's it. In 3 months, it's paid for. You've got it, and you don't have an annual fee for using it. You don't have a charge for your other half using it, and then the kids may be using it as well. There's just one charge when it's paid for. We're giving you 3 months to pay for it. We'll come and get it from you if you decide it's not for you, and we're also giving you 60 days to try it out for yourself. I just think it's a brilliant bit of kit, and I had no idea it would give me such a good workout. By the way, if you're seeing me doing it and you're thinking, well, it looks quite hard, I don't think I'll ever get that. Even though some of the things have been challenging for me, within about a minute or two, I'm progressing quite a lot. You know, I couldn't get my feet off the ground at first. Then I managed to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back down, and then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back down, and so on. So don't be thinking that you won't be able to do it. I think anyone trying it for themselves for the first time, I think that you're really going to be encouraged when you start to progress, so try it. So you get the Pilates Pro Chair itself, then you get the 10 makeover moves chart, and that gives you all of the different things that can really give you a great body makeover. And then we've got 4 DVDs, so you have got the favourite moves, you've also got the Mastering the Essentials, I haven't got my glasses on, but you've also got Sculpt and Tone, and then the final one is the Dream Body Workout. So really great, very comprehensive, isn't it?
Definitely, and also it gives you that confidence when you get at home that you're not going to be having to do this on by yourself. You just mentioned about the handles and everything. So if we want to advance our moves, then we would keep our arms in front. You could keep them like this or put them out, whatever's more comfortable. So now we're not relying on the handles to keep our body upright and to give us that stability. We're working on our balance ourselves, because ultimately that's what Pilates is doing. Great balance. You're not wobbly at all.
My thighs are burning.
This is what you can build up to. So to know that you've got the ability to kind of improve and to keep going and to get stronger, to improve your posture, what does that mean? It means that when you go out, your balance is going to be better. My mum really, really struggles with confidence with her balance. And when we first started walking together a few months ago, we started walking every day together. And she said, "Luce, I need you to be with me because I don't feel very confident walking on my own." Now, you can't stop her. She's out every day walking on her own because she's trained those muscles, she's worked through it, got her using the Pilates chair, which she said, "Oh, I don't think I'll use that. I don't think that's for me." I said, "Mum, please just give it a go. We'll go through it. We'll do it slowly. It's nice and easy." And now she started to strengthen and build up her muscles. She feels so much more confident. She's like a rocket. Off she goes.
It makes you do the exercises, right? Because just then, for a moment, I felt a bit tired and I felt myself start to slump. But then I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the springs, it's the way that your body is forced to engage because, you know, it corrects you.
It does.
You can't, it's almost impossible to do it wrong.
Because of the way that the chair is designed, it works along with your body. So if you think about it, if I'm hunched over like this, I wouldn't be able to, the pedals don't work properly. When I sit up, all of a sudden I've got a lot more movement. I can really press down on those pedals. So it's all working in sync. And remember, we're not just doing leg exercises. If you have just joined us, we can also use this for our arms. So we're keeping the pedals split to make it a little bit easier. And we're going to do the mermaid press. So this is again toning your arms, sculpting, working also on your core. So we're working on our obliques. Now, if you're thinking, what are they? These are these lovely bits here. You know, when they feel strong.
The muffin top, the love handles, all those horrible things that we call them.
You know, the back fat. I mean, it's something we really want to try and
I call those my back boobs.
Back boobs, there you go.
Yeah,
We
mine
can
are
call
sort
them
of
those then
training
today.
bra sized at the moment, but they are there. But, you know, as they you start to feel them, and you start to feel not yourself, and you feel like you don't want to go to maybe that nice socially distanced barbecue, because you just feel like there's nothing in your wardrobe that fits right. You just don't feel confident enough. This could really help you. I love it. I think it is a brilliant, brilliant idea. But right now, we're going to quickly hear from Katie, because she has got a show coming up for you on the style.
Now, when Charlotte was doing this originally, she was actually taking it all the way through the body. So she was pulsing down, coming up, opening up the side of her body, arm over, and bringing it back down again. So you can actually make this a really lovely routine exercise to make it a little bit more gentle to start with. It's a great warm-up exercise as well when you're just doing it like so, because you've got a little bit of resistance. Then you're bringing the body up, you're stretching over to the other side, and then bringing it down again. So you could do that maybe 10 times on each side, and that's a great way to stretch out, warm up the body before then maybe you get into something a little bit more advanced. We also did the swan. Should we try this again?
Yes.
Because this is great because you can vary it. So you can make it something that's very advanced, or you can make it something that's a little bit easier until you feel more confident to get there. Because don't worry, you're going to build up your strength.
And that's the interesting thing. I mean, just for a moment, I thought I'd just mention that when I was doing a few, even the exercises that I did on a little video that I found on YouTube the other day, I found some dance moves, and I found it so tough the first time. And then I went to the next video that followed on from that, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got it.
Yeah.
So even when you think that you're not going to do it, you'll be so amazed. You really will.
Really
Sorry,
will.
I've suddenly become aware of that. I need a censored bar.
Yeah, you do.
I need a big piece of card with censored across the front of it for this one.
So this one is called the swan. Now, I've got my feet on the floor at the moment. That's going to make it a bit easier, obviously, because you're not relying on all your core strength. And we're just going to pulse down like so. Now, this is going to feel a little bit tough because we've actually got it on the high resistance on the springs. So I've not taken those back down again. I've kept you on.
Ooh, it is quite hard.
And then if we think about moving and taking our feet off the floor to make it a little bit harder, so make sure that you feel comfortable in your position on your body. So remember, the seat is padded, so you're always going to feel nice and comfortable there. To keep the legs straight, and then we're going to push down again. Now, this is harder for me. I find this one harder.
I've just been told by my producer, don't you let them drop, and I think she's talking about my legs.
Yes, don't keep those legs up. So you can feel that working through your core, you can feel it working through your arms, your back, your bottom, because when you're up like this, you're really having to keep your bottom tense.
Oh my gosh, I was about to try what
pitchy.
you just did then. You're so much stronger than me.
But I find this one a little bit harder because I actually am not as strong in my upper body as I am in my lower body. So this is something that I really have to work on, and so I don't have as good as range as what you've actually got right now.
Oh.
So there you go, see?
Oh,
See,
it's
everybody's
nice,
different.
We've all got our own
strengths.
things,
Exactly.
haven't we? Yeah.
So then when you get off the seat, make sure that you're just really taking nice deep breaths, moving in between different movements. As we said before, it's all about breathing. I'm so guilty of it when I exercise, I hold my breath, which is hard to do when I'm doing this because I need to talk. So that is a good thing. So it reminds me to breathe, but I'm very guilty of that. And when we do that, we then mean that the oxygen doesn't get around our body. Our muscles really need that because we're doing a cardio exercise.
I'm feeling much more energised now.
Good.
I'm feeling really good. I've burned some calories. I've worked on toning. I mean, some ferocious.
Hold on and then kind of count your hundreds like that. Or if you feel brave enough and strong enough, you can do your hundreds on here. So hundreds are 100 pulses. If you have to break them down and do them in 10s, 20s, whatever you do, I count on my fingers because I get to 60 and I think, I'm never going to make this. And then all of a sudden I start pulsing even faster. So you can do your hundreds on there. But when we're thinking about the cool down as well, we just need to kind of stretch out our legs. We've got hardly any resistance on, so we're just starting to cool down the body. But make sure you never just stop. You just always kind of relax. You do your breathing into it. You make sure that your chest is nice and open as well. So we want to make sure that all our air can get into our lungs and we can feel really relaxed. Do some shoulder rolls when you're here as well too. Really stretch out the body. If you feel like you've done a lot of upper body, stretch out your arms on here. But we're still just gently moving the legs, cooling down. And then when you feel ready, I would say always do a cool down for a minute or so, 2 minutes. Then
it feels so good. It's like a little reward at the end of it.
It is. And I mean, Charlotte's using it to do her stretches too. So do that because the chair is so stable and we've got the grips on the feet, so it's not going to be moving anywhere. As you can see with Charlotte, she's actually leaning all her body weight to do her stretches, and she's got that with security.
And you know what? I can't believe how quickly this hour has gone.
Yes.
I mean, this has flown by. We've just got enough time to remind you of exactly what you're getting when this arrives. So you get, of course, the machine itself, which is just really great. You can hop on this while the kettle boils and just do a little bit of jogging if you want to.
Absolutely.
It's that kind of thing. It's just there and ready. Then you've got that chart as well with your 10 makeover moves with the pictures and the description. So nice and easy. Everything that you need to get started. You've got those 4 DVDs with the favourite moves. You've also got the mastering the essentials there, and it's just a really, really great one. You've got one there that is all about sculpt and tone, one that is all about your dream body. So all these different things. It may be that you just want to have the strength. You want to retain that strength so that, for example, we should all be exercising because it's good for our muscles, it's good for our heart, it's good for our strength, it's good for our well-being, and it's good for our mental well-being as well. And when you're taking in a bit more oxygen, then it really can potentially help you with a good night's sleep too. So I think, why not? What have you got to lose? Give it a 60-day trial and you can try that, and if you decide it's not right for you, you send it back to us. Charlotte, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lucinda. I have really enjoyed this hour. It's been fantastic. I'm coming up with Justine Jones and Julian McDonald's home. Here's Katie.